Welcome to Terra Mystica Premier League Week 5, the finale. I'm MrFickles, and I have the pleasure to be joined today by the dominant, the perpetually underrated MatttheLesser. How are you doing, man?
What's up? How's it going? Happy to be here.
I'm doing well. Excited. You're like Mr. Premier League caster this year.
I
Or
know
this
I've only
season.
missed one game.
Thanks for doing it, man.
It's been great.
Do you want to give the kind viewers a little bit of a heads up on the status quo? And the players are just choosing factions now, and we'll switch to the game as soon as we see the setup.
Yeah, absolutely. So today, obviously, is the last final game. So we will be crowning our Season 10 Premier League champion, which is a great honor. There are two people who are contending for the championship, and they're both playing in today's game. So that's FruityHarris, who has 2 wins and a second place for a total of 15 points so far. And then defending champion Eirik has 10 points. And then Redrame and firexed are the other two people playing in today's game. They both have 3 points and therefore are not in contention for the title, but are competing with each other to not finish in last place in the division. But between Eirik and Fruity, so basically the deal is if Eirik has to win the game to have a chance at the title, and he needs to win and then have Fruity finish last, in which case he wins, or if Fruity finishes third, then they would tie on points and we'd have to go to the tiebreaker, and we'd probably have to bring in Ghostly or somebody to figure out that situation. Any other result, if Eirik doesn't win or if Fruity finishes second or better, then he wins the championship, and I believe that it would be his first Premier League title. Eirik obviously is going for the repeat. So I think
Nice.
that's the rundown.
Cool, awesome. So we've got the kind of the clash at the top of the table and the clash at the bottom of the table, trying to avoid last. That's my kind of clash. Just don't get last place. So it looks like I'm going to switch over to our game here. We're not quite fully set, but we can take a look here. It appears we have base map with fan factions on. So I'm excited to see Giants. We've got Archivists already. I'm going to rely on you for some... is it Archivist? Archivist? What's the...
I always say Archivist, but I don't
Archivist.
actually know.
I
Yeah.
feel like that sounds pretty classy. Let's go with that. So we've got... Redrame has put in Giants. Eirik is Archivists, and then we're waiting to see the last two seats here before we can do... I kind of don't like to look at auction too much before we see the... before we speculate too much, but neat to see double fire rewards to start here.
Yeah, the track is super interesting actually,
Yeah.
with big buildings in round 1 and then also round 6, and we've got round 4 digs. So this is pretty spicy.
Yeah, and this temple round 3 gives you a lot of flexibility too, where you could take your first scoring favor there, right? Like that's a natural spot. So we might see some pretty big econ first 2 rounds into your first favor, scoring favor round 3. At least that's how I like to play this kind of track.
Yeah.
It's also, like the fact that you get big buildings round 1 and round 6, like there's a lot of factions that have like one extreme or the other in terms of when they prefer to build their their strongholds. And so it's kind of neat that like both can make it like, feel natural here. In terms of scrolls not in the game, we're missing both of the big coin scrolls. So that's wow. We do have both like coin events in pretty prime locations, so that should help offset it. Sorry, on the track I'm referring to, round 3 and 4. But missing 6 coins and 4. So Alchemists. Oh, okay. That should help with. And Chash are super coin friendly, right?
All 3, other than Giants, all 3 of the other factions are reasonably good at handling low coin situations. So I think that makes a lot of sense, and I think this track is actually pretty cool for Giants. So I like it overall. It's funny. So Archivists, when they get put into the game, a new bonus tile is instantly added, and it was the spade, and it's random. So there's the spade that came in. So before the Archivists were put into the game, we were staring at a game with none of the 3 coin tiles at all. Well, I guess Dwelling Scoring has a couple of coins, but spade 4 coins and 6 coins all not going to be there. But now at least we have the spade. But having the 2 tiles missing being the big coin tiles is definitely going to have a huge impact on this game.
So I can't help it. I'm already cheering for Giants. It would have been nice for the Spade Scroll to not be in for Giants, and which was the pick, like you said at the time.
Yeah.
Now, for the beginner fan faction audience, definitely not me, but for the others, the reason Archivists are like so they have extra base worker production, but they also get like is the coin that like this extra power that they're getting from taking scrolls, does that help like with the coin issues from their perspective?
Yeah, so the reason that I've found that Archivists can do okay in lower coin setups is that they have this ability so that every coin that's sitting on a pass scroll, there you go, you got me saying scroll, a pass bond, when they take it, they get 2 power, which not only means that they get those power, which can be used for coins, but also pushes them toward taking the coin. They still get the coins that are on the tiles also, so they end up just picking up a lot that way. And then on top of that, they often pass earlier because they're looking for these choice ones, which means they can get a lot of coins actions. So I've just found that Archivists can actually do okay in low coin setups. They obviously can't take advantage of these juicy coin events on the cult track, but the other ability will work pretty well for them. And then Chash are pretty good in low coin setups because they have a base income of 2 coins. So especially if you're not planning on going stronghold Chash, then that's just an extra 12 coins over the course of the game that you're just gonna be able to use.
That's so good.
It is so good.
Okay, so let's think here about starting placements. When I see, Chash seem not too dissimilar from traditional green factions on base from starting placement. Archivist, when I see this, I think Archivists on D3, Alchemists C1 or E5.
Yeah, I think that seems reasonable. I think Archivists usually start on some combination of D3, F3, E8. Without gray or blue, I think E8 becomes less interesting, and so D3, F3 is probably the default. Depends a little bit, I guess, on what Giants do. If Giants do something funky like E3, but I would anticipate it's going to be the normal spots for yellow. It's not a great color matchup though for Archivists with Giants in and no blue. That's going to be a little tricky for them.
Okay. Just so let me know if this sound is getting any better, folks. It sounds like maybe my guess based on a couple comments is that maybe my mic is picking up your the speaker, but it's never happened before, so I'm surprised. Is it bearable, folks? Hopefully it's not too bad. The other thing that's popping for me right away is this E6 hex with okay, cool, glad. This E6 hex with Alchemists, if they're on E5 on Spade Scroll, then it makes it really easy for them to take that E6, which is a bummer for Archivists. Now, did you speculate as to whether Giants will be double center or like D4, D7 yet?
I did not.
What do you think?
I would probably assume D4, D7, simply because Chash in this matchup, I would expect F4, E9, and I just don't see a lot of argument for G2. I mean, I guess it's the leech, but then I don't know. I'm not a fan of G2 Giants in general, so.
Okay, maybe. Interesting. I actually quite like G2 Giants in general. So the argument for it, not that I necessarily think it's better. It's just like stylistically, I like that I get G2 and I5 also, just as red hexes. I sometimes think to double center when it looks like a setup where I can get D7 anyway when I want it. And if yellow's going to be D3, F3, and I don't know if they will. Maybe there's an argument for them not to be. But if yellow's D3, F3 here, D7's super safe. It's possible that you can get all those, northeast reds later.
Yeah, that's true. I think the thing though is if you don't start in the east at all, then maybe Archivists, I guess they place before you. I was gonna say Archivists might start E8, but you get to know one way or the other. So yeah, maybe.
On the other hand, D7, E9, E10 could be a leech triangle. It's not obvious how upgrading will go. Giants, yeah, it's interesting. I expect E6 to get dug round 1. I don't know. I just think it's such a nice, like, if Alchemists can dig E6, you've got your sanctuary town pretty much safe there. With E4, just feels really tempting. You get tons of power around E6.
Yeah,
That feels like a likely dig. And I guess let's actually break down the other pass scrolls, what we expect folks to. So I have Alchemist on Spade for E6. Well, I don't think it's in Archivist's best interest to first move single dig, but maybe I'm wrong.
well, I would say the interesting thing about the double center giants is that if you have double center giants, then Archivists probably don't want to upgrade F3 at all because it's going to get stranded most likely. Because even if they took E6, like where are you finding a third hex for a town?
Yeah, they definitely don't want E6. They might still want to upgrade F3 for the extra power, but yeah, they definitely don't want E6 then, I think.
Right. Whereas if I'm Archivist there, I probably, even if it's expensive, I might consider just upgrading D3 anyways.
Interesting.
Especially if you have Alchemists on C1, but I don't know if
Yeah.
Alchemists are going to go double west.
Yeah. So I think it's
But as far as the scrolls go, I do think that Parrots will take. Well, it's tricky. This is actually really interesting. Normally, I would say they would take Temp Ship. I mean, that's really always a nice tile for any green faction. But if Alchemists leave them big building, they might think about it. Someone might think about a stronghold.
really with Chash Dala.
I mean, or you could just start like double temple. I mean, you got a lot of options with that big building tile. Archivists would love the big building tile, but I just don't think they're going to get it.
Well, so this is like really interesting because Stronghold opening is amazing for Alchemists too in big building round on big building scroll. I think they're going to take Spade because I think so. But it's not crazy to take big building.
Yeah, I mean,
by the way, Priest.
I could see them taking big building, and in which case, then I think Chash takes Spade.
But by the way, the Priest is bonkers here. Round 1 Priest, like to fire. I mean, even if you don't have a fire step, you just take open fire 1. Like that's so good.
What's crazy is there's a world where the Priest doesn't get taken.
No, stop. I will not accept that.
It's true. Look at it. This could very easily go big building, Spade, Temp Ship, worker power.
Man,
totally possible.
Giants could yeah, that's true because Giants could also first move. They might just they might first move.
I mean, I guess that Priest is actually really nice for Giants too because they start with the fire step and then it's 3 straight of rewards that they can actually get.
Yeah,
I guess
it's really good for them. But to your point, you could also go worker power and just snap Priest as Giants. I don't think that's crazy either. Like once you have the option, then it's pretty flexible. But like I don't know, this is wild. Like that's a lot of really attractive options. I mean, and that's Stronghold, Priest, Spade. Then we said Temp Ship's pretty interesting for Chashtala. We also haven't talked about the possibility of Alchemists actually prioritizing more of a 2-ship route as opposed to E6, which I think is totally reasonable also here. What you want to be really careful as Alchemists against green and Giants. The north gets dicey super fast.
Yeah.
Especially, like this, you can get cut here so fast as Alchemists. I'd be a little concerned. I mean, the South I feel like they're gonna connect one way or another if they start like west and east, but it's definitely a bit scary.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if I'm Alchemist, though, I'm not as interested in the shipping route round one this game because I think I try to want to try to do it on the dwelling round two.
Yeah, I agree. That's how I would think about it as well. Yeah, that's how I
And
would think
so
about it
I
as
and
well.
so I actually think the stronghold opening, maybe trying to grab one spade, or even stronghold with the spade tile could actually even work here as Alchemist too.
Interesting. Intake like workers action.
Yeah,
You could maybe get workers action and single dig even.
yeah.
Like single dig, yeah, it depends a little bit on like you said, Chash have a lot of options too. Like our Chash, yeah, it's interesting. So like my
I mean,
instinct is
who's
that alchemists actually maybe don't want to be on E10 because it really incentivizes giants to want to beat you to B5, and green can really pressure you for G6 if green's starting E9, which makes me think alchemist G5. Although I guess it depends on the sequencing here. But I was just wondering, like, it's also, there's definitely a chance that alchemists then are in the east alone, because I think it's pretty reasonable for Chash to go double center potentially. Um,
Yeah. I mean, could Alchemist just try to start on B5? I guess the problem is then you risk Archivist starting
yes,
four.
exactly. Like if I'm Archivist, I think I'd place D3 first, and then if alchemists want to be cute and start B5, then I definitely consider B4 placement. I don't know. I would think about it at least.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just so many different ways this could go.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's all fireworks, and I love that. Like, giants can be so tough when the track doesn't fit them at all. Um, but this is totally reasonable for them.
Yeah. So it's auction, by the way. Chasher all the way down at 19. So people are just loving probably just general. I mean, Chash are strong, especially with no color neighbor. Um, I guess this makes sense. They're gonna have at least two very easy town spots just off their starting hexes, and then can kind of go from there. And it's not a super great scoring track for them. I mean, I guess they can probably hit that round five TP round, but so can everybody else. I mean, they can't take advantage of the dig round, at least not really, because they can't advance their digs. So, and against two other factions who have, very strong network capabilities, Archivists and particularly Alchemists, this feels maybe a little high to me.
Yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, it does make you nervous. Always crossing the 20 VP barrier feels significant psychologically.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were
The other thing
playing.
with this game is the cults are going to be like wide open. None of
Yes,
these are culty factions,
yeah. That's another
especially if we
reason.
get a bunch of stronghold opens.
Yeah, that's why I really like the Priest of Fire. Like, I would freaking love to get the Priest of Fire here. Um, yeah, I was gonna say that too. Like, the cults are super open. It's kind of nice. It feels like a nice setup for archivists to basically pick air or water to try to win one of those two, since there's no
Yeah.
rewards for them for a while, right?
Yeah, just a couple
Um,
late priests.
yeah, yeah. Like they can win a cult here. Um, you know, like so we did this Berlin Terra Mystica tournament, and
Yeah, I saw that. So jealous. That
it
looked so fun.
it was super fun. Actually, the stream earlier, there was a stream earlier today that Halai and Nafgar did. Both of them were at the tournament, and I think three of the four players in that game were also at the Berlin tournament. It was
Oh, that's awesome.
Zarito, Kolas, Halai, Nafgar, and Kirpish, which is spelled Kepnu. Oh, we've got a game, and I think it was Halai. Someone was saying how when you see the points on the board. Like you're not used to like thinking about physical distance as a measure of points gaps, but like you see the points gap very differently when you're looking at the physical board. And they were saying like a 20-point gap on like just a number when you're like 20 points behind doesn't feel that big a deal, but when you see yourself 20 places behind on a board, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm so
Well,
dead.
especially because on the board too, when you're doing the auction, 20 is where it turns the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So it really starts feeling far away.
Yeah, I think that's right. Oh, we do have the triangle up here. Okay. Interesting.
And E10, yeah, E10 Alchemists.
So Fruity, by the way, is the one who jumps giants. Now it's interesting because in some ways he has incentive to play conservative here.
Yes.
And on the one hand, you'd say giants are not a conservative pick because they have such a low floor. On the other hand, once you have like a 20-point lead, like points in hand are actually kind of the more safe bet than like, Alchemists bid down too low are actually super risky. You could definitely get last with Alchemists, bid down too low. So I think this is an interesting decision by him.
Yeah. I think I like Eirik's, like just out of the auction, I like his positioning here toward
Oh,
the like
he did go E8.
oh yeah, interesting. He needs to win and then have Fruity finish bad, and that feels possible with these faction picks. Like I
That's
wouldn't say
true.
they're likely, but it feels possible.
Oh shoot! I feel like you're just. Oh wait, is he gonna like go after like D6 right away or something?
That's true. I mean, I guess there is the metagame here of does he have the ability to kind of mess with giants a little bit more?
Yikes!
Um, it was funny. I thought about it sort of as we were just talking about the Europe the games the E8 pick might become more interesting because Archivists might be able to get to 2 ship in round 2, and if they do, then they have a lot of options off of E8.
Interesting. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Huh. This could definitely. I mean, so they're expecting. I mean, the E8 placement also makes me think that he's expecting green and or red to be taking D5, E7 for some leech there.
Which I think is a super reasonable assumption. Like red needs one of those hexes to make sure that they connect, and Chash would love to have a town through there. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be. Depends on how Giants want to play this. Oh. Okay. So spade for Alchemist, by the way. We're getting to some very intense bonus scroll picks. firexed is in chat already musing about E8 being interesting. Sounds like he did not expect that.
yeah.
The only thing about the 2-ship comment about Archivists is like you only need 1 dig on G2 to be able to 2-ship to those yellows anyway. I always have a hard time with that because
Yeah, I guess that's true.
like does that mean you don't need to start E8 and you just get your 1 spade on G2 and 2-ship that way, or is that too ambitious and you worker power for Chash the Law? Oh, what?
He wants double dig. It's gotta be.
Oh, double dig's overrated, dude. Oh man. Okay, yeah, it's definitely a play for double dig.
Yeah, it has to be what it is.
Yeah.
One thing that's interesting too is now with Giants not starting on G2, all of a sudden Archivists would actually really like E6, especially since now they can use it to get over to the west also.
Oh, there's your dig to another 2-shipper. Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice? But Alchemists are going to dig that, right? I mean, Archivists...
I would think so, and Archivists can't get the power because Giants aren't even next to them. So
yeah, I think Alchemists first move dig that probably.
But big building tile for Archivists feels like a coup here.
Yeah, but I think that's why they were getting bid down a little bit, probably, right? Is like they're guaranteed to get a killer scroll. Giants get priest. I guess the other option for them could have been Tempship if they wanted to do something, play for workers action, but priest is wonderful.
No, priest seems perfect here now given the D7 start.
So he's got to upgrade D7, or what is he thinking about?
I mean, he could start with priest to fire if he's worried about the workers action being contested. so that he
Mm-hmm.
can build a dwelling.
Okay.
Be less inclined to give leech.
Okay, because he doesn't want someone to go workers action first move.
Yeah, because Alchemists could theoretically be if interested in it. I mean, they can still do it now because Archivists gave them the upgrade, but
Yeah.
Alchemists could take workers here if they want to go stronghold opening plus the spade bonus. Although I still think they're going to just dig E6 right here.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's see. I guess it's probably that that Fruity must have decided that he'd rather a stronghold on D4, and that he's assuming the E6 dig's coming, and that lets him upgrade D4. That must be what it is.
Yes.
Yeah, that's clever. I like it. Okay, nice. I feel like this is. Oh man, this is intense. I'm already really nervous about this B4, C4, B5. All these, like, all their colors are right here on the north. Oh man, it's stressing me out. Yep, so there's the D4 upgrade. No power actions have been taken yet. Um, Archivists are one shy of double dig. Interestingly, not that they have a great place to double dig anyway, and it wasn't the plan, but
Chash have got to be taking double dig with their next action.
yeah, that for sure is happening. Someone is pointing out there's like double dig helps with the race to G6, but Alchemists aren't like, given that they started E10. I don't think they're. I think they're probably more focused on racing to B5, but I guess you never know. If Alchemists are using Spade Scroll E6, it's hard for them to get to G6 too fast. My guess is they're going to be focusing on 3 ships somehow if they can make it.
Yeah, I think so. We could potentially see an early pass here from Archivists too. I mean, like all
Interesting.
they've really got left is single spade, but passing on temp ship here feels pretty nice.
Right. And then just get one manual ship increase.
Right. Just grab a priest.
Yeah. Interesting. I'm really curious to see how Alchemists get played now. I guess to your earlier point, it's all about 2 ship round 2.
And there's a priest, and he'll
There's
probably
priest. Okay.
he
Alchemist.
took yeah, Alchemist took the priest, and he'll probably build a temple, so he'll have those if he
So
wants.
yeah, that's probably for next round. Um, so Archivists are. So okay, this is, you were saying this is an interesting moment for them because they could pass out of the round, or so they could go like temp ship and dwelling scroll. So they get to pick 2 now, correct?
Correct.
That's
Yeah, I
so
think temp
funny.
ship and dwelling scroll seems really reasonable.
And you
And
get power for your coin. Each coin on a scroll gives you 2 power. That's
yeah.
wild. Man, that sounds so easy to mess up your power conversions before passing.
Oh yeah, it can be tricky. So the thing is, next round, what they would really want is 2 ships and a spade. Because if they could do that, they could build what, like 6 dwellings, 5 dwellings. I just don't
Mmm.
know if they can quite get all of that.
Right. Yeah. Interesting. So this giant stomp has to be D5, right? I don't know.
I would think so.
Feels like it. I guess you
Yeah.
could make some argument for. Yeah, I mean you could make some arguments, but so giants are workers action. They've not gotten much leech. Gotten a little bit, but not a ton. Not as much as like you kind of hope. Often around as like central stronghold like that, where everyone's panicking about you taking their hexes. Sometimes you can get tons and tons. It's not one of those
Yeah.
games.
No.
Um, there's also an interesting thing here: is if you stomp d5 and green tries to get frisky, does that force you to stomp c3 next round? Which maybe is
I don't,
okay.
how would they threaten it though? They'd have to get 2 ships.
Yeah, I mean it depends a little bit on or like, 1 ship and c5, right? We'll see what they have in
Oh,
mind.
sure.
I just think giants are monitoring green pretty closely right now.
So Archivist took the coins, which definitely means to me that he's thinking about two ships. I think he just calculated that no one else was going to pass ahead
Yep.
of him, which I think was a good assumption.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. Make sure you're always using your power efficiently. Okay.
Right, because he's got two
Oh.
coming in plus seven more.
Uh-huh. So FireX just upgraded East, interestingly. He, of course, can do another temple round 3 if he wants to do his essay town over there. So it's not...
Yeah, I think he's just angling for more leech, I assume, thinking that there's going to be some upgrades coming there.
Oh, giant stomp on C5. Okay.
Yeah, the stomp and a no build.
Yep.
So is this a stall tactic?
Yeah, but doesn't he want
The big building tile?
Yeah, I thought he would want the big building tile.
Yeah.
So maybe we're missing something. Does he want... There's no way he wants worker power or spade.
He doesn't want worker power or the spade, so that's a little weird.
Maybe he... Yeah, what was that? Huh. He didn't want to take the workers action? Man, he's like baiting FireX into taking the workers action from him. He's like, I dare you.
Yeah, I mean, FireX could still take it and build a stronghold.
I know. I was looking at that. Like, I was wondering, and Fruity's like, he's daring him. It's interesting. This is a man in confidence. He's feeling like king of the castle here. Did you see the last stream, by the way? I wasn't able to watch it live, but Scoomy was casting it, but we were watching Fruity's mouse. It was so...
I was watching about the first half, and then I had to jump.
It was so funny to like kind of see his mouse show his thinking a little bit.
Oh yeah, he would always go just like sit on what he was gonna do. It's almost like he was reminding himself so he didn't forget. It's kind of a good tactic.
Yeah, it was funny. So okay, there's Fire 1 from Chash. Oh, that's probably uncommon, is it not?
Yeah, not super common. Although in a low coin game that you don't anticipate having any other coin income besides your base anytime soon, I can see it.
Interesting. So Giants. He didn't build at all. Giants just passed.
He just passed.
Oh wow, he really wants to be points greedy. He wants to build his dwellings in the dwelling round. Interesting.
And I wonder if maybe he was saying, I don't want to spend power on the workers action because I'd rather try to get the coins action.
Yeah.
In a super low coin game.
Yep. And I'll get my workers from the scroll.
And the fire cult.
I'll say it's very... Oh, that's true. That's true. I forgot about the priest of fire. Nice. Okay. Yeah. I think that does make sense. I mean, it's a little unusual, but I think... Well, I think I kind of like it.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
That's a neat, like, open-minded... Like, I think if you're playing on autopilot, you definitely take the workers there.
Yeah.
FireX do get the workers, which lets them open Stronghold. Oh my god, this game is... This is cool. Okay, I did not expect that. That is wild. Okay.
Now, do you think he takes single dig here or two
I think
shipping?
So. Oh.
There's one.
Is that better? Maybe.
Well, because now that he opens Stronghold, he's not going to produce a priest. So...
Yeah, but single dig also gives you power back. It's pretty efficient.
Yeah, well, and also D8, Giants... I guess you're pretty confident Giants are going to take D5 next round, but...
Yeah, I guess going to... Neither.
Neither?
Oh, wow. 2 power to 2 coins. Whoa, dude. Okay. Whoa. Okay.
That's a weird one.
Interesting. Huh. Okay.
All right, so there's the Archivist priest that we expected. So Archivists have enough to still get single dig here, so this could be really, really awesome.
Okay. Yeah. And the single dig's like E3 is what you're thinking?
E3, yeah. I mean, or I guess G2.
G2 could, yeah.
I7's actually 3 away. 3 shipping away.
Yeah, although G2 doesn't do a ton for you, right? Like maybe
No.
better to get moving on E3, D3.
Yeah, I
Like
think
just
E3, D3 is the way to go.
yeah. So we've got priest action snap by Archivists, as you mentioned, giant snap coins action, priest to earth by Chash. Okay. See, again, I feel like if this is the plan for Chash, I'm pretty keen on Earth too for them. Make Earth the cult that you win.
Yeah, and you're
Um,
investing to get all those coins in the mid game too.
yeah, like they would be on the sixth step right now of Earth, like really like staking your claim on it. Maybe they can anyway, so maybe it's moot. Um,
And he's got another priest, but I
that's
have
true.
to imagine he wants some shipping.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's true. And like D3 is, or excuse me, D5 is chilling still.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Oh,
Chash's thinking has to be if you rush for D5, then Giants just take C3 and it kind of.
but now you can SA town without a bridge, which is really
Yeah, that's
nice.
true.
And you can
That would
get
be
to
nice.
C4 with only one ship. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
But by the way, now Alchemist single dig D8. Oh
interesting.
man. Huh.
Maybe he thought he might be able to get the priest action. I'm just I'm very confused by Alchemist. Alchemist had multiple ways to get to shipping this round and didn't, and
Yeah, I'm
that
pretty
seems
worried about Alchemist now.
he's on ship scoring too.
Yeah, he must have thought he was getting he must have thought he was getting the priest action like you said. Right? I feel like that kind of
Had to be.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Patrick, you want to interrogate firexed after this game? Yeah. One thing I've learned is, like we're juggling so many game plans at once in our minds. These people are really locked in. Like we're
Yeah.
bullshitting. He's probably, yeah, got some reads that we're not privy to. Maybe there's something we're missing. Oh, wow. Patrick is accusing him of throwing the game to support Giants. Man, you are off the deep end. Okay. We got a great crowd in chat, by the way. Thanks, everybody, for
Yeah.
hanging. Oh, McStebbs is even wondering about 5 power priest. You have the 5 power priest bug, too? I feel like that's just... Is it deranged? I feel like other people are always just loving the 5 power priest. I'm kind of allergic to it.
Oh, I like them for a juicy cult steal more so than a
Oh,
shipping.
do you get perverse pleasure from like
Yeah.
swooping it when someone else?
Yeah. Someone takes the priest action ahead of me, and I'm like, nope, I'm just gonna take it directly.
Oh man. So we've got ship increase from Archivist as we were thinking. Single dig's gone though, by the way, from that plan for the Archivist plan. So
Good
that's
point. I missed that.
he only
Yeah.
needs 2 leech though to double dig.
Yeah, then he could really go wild.
Man, if he double digs like D6 and E3, holy crap, that'd be so
Yeah. Or
rough
even
on
G or
Giants.
even G2 D3 for
Yeah. I was just thinking D6 is hurting Giants. Like
yeah.
it's very much a hex that quote unquote should belong to Giants in this in general. I would say is kind of color setup, and I always find when yellow starts on E8 and like I find it quite attacking towards red when yellow starts on E8 and goes after D6. It often doesn't work out, but man, it usually hurts red really bad. Like doing it to like I see Fakirs do it to CM sometimes or Giants.
Yeah.
So
I was looking at this 5 power priest for Giants, and I actually do kind of like it. It potentially allows them to get 2 extra dwellings out in the dwelling round.
yeah,
Oh, you know, he'd be only one more because he'd be a coin, 2 coins short.
yeah, he clearly wants to temple. Oh, I guess it could be. Yeah, I guess it's yeah, Kodum and Some folks are pointing out, yeah, good analysis on the Giants' position. I think different folks are ahead of us a bit on this, but yeah, you have the option to not temple yet. You could do it next round instead, and that way you do have the coins.
Well, no, if you spend 4 coins on a ship increase, then you only have 6 left for 3 dwellings, not 8 for 4.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. True. It's true, and we still don't know where the stomp is going. Man, look at D5 just sitting there.
Just chilling.
Yeah, it's really just like hanging. It's surprised to still be alive, I think. Interesting. Yeah.
Fatty pointed out in the chat that Giants could also just bridge to D6 since they can only build 3 dwellings anyways. And that could work for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Archivists are going to get more power here to be able to take double dig.
You say bridge to D6?
Yeah, for Giants.
Yeah. And then stomp C4 this round? Or, well, I guess either way, yeah, you could do D5 or... Yeah.
I think you still are going to have to do D5. Like, I feel like Parrots are playing chicken with Giants, trying to see if you can get them to stomp somewhere else, and then they can rush through those two.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine Giants lets that happen.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Yeah. Okay. So
one thing that's interesting if you're Giants though is C3 actually preferable to D5 because you could potentially then do the town through B4 or A9. But B4 probably gets taken by Archivists this round, so
yeah, but no, I don't think you're crazy because you also have the option to do it with A6.
Oh, A7, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, like B3 or A7 to A6 bridge. So like you're right that like D5 is sort of an awkward hex for them. It is. We are looking at multiple bridge towns for Giants.
Yeah.
Unless somehow the SA town goes middle.
I was gonna say maybe you just do the D5 C3 SA town and that's just easier.
But if he's gonna temple here east, then he has to do another temple center. It definitely could work. Just like a little tricky. How are you feeling about Eirik's chances of... So you said if Eirik gets first and Fruity gets third or fourth, then Eirik gets a share of first place or outright first place.
Yeah. I mean, I like Eirik's game so far. It would have been much better if he could have gotten a spade and gotten some more stuff out this round.
Yeah.
At this rate, he's only going to get 2 dwellings. I guess maybe 3 if he wants to do a hard dig.
Oh man.
But I still like his chances to win, but I don't like Fruity's chances of getting last.
Yeah.
Mainly because I hate Alchemist's position a lot.
Yeah. We love firexed.
Yes.
Just don't want to be in that position. Yeah.
He's
out of the
and also, I mean, even Parrots aren't. I don't know. I guess they have some cults and just the points look so low, but maybe they're still in a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
This bridge is interesting.
It is funny. This game of chicken with D5 is cracking me up. It really is. It's just so funny. He's like, he's really playing hard to get. By the way, Double Dig's still there, and Eirik's just like, please God, like
yeah, he's like, how do I get 2 more power?
So he built G2 but undid it. What could that mean? Interesting. Oh, he took the workers action.
Oh, so he's gonna do a pseudo single spade.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay. Huh. I guess he made the read that he's more likely to lose the workers than gain 2 power.
Then get
double
the
dig.
power. Yeah.
Oh, but there's one.
Finally.
There's one.
Yeah, but he's not gonna get another one.
Yeah,
There's nowhere he would.
I know, but sometimes I'm just like delusional and like. But the best possible world would be that, and even though it's not gonna happen, I want to keep the hope alive.
Yeah.
All right, D5. Rest in peace. It was time. Yeah, this is interesting. I'm just very scared for Alchemists. I mean, like the North was always going to be super dicey, and that's why starting E10 as opposed to G5 also scares me.
I mean, he's almost certainly disconnected now, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, never say never, but yeah, I mean, it's not looking good. Because if you're G5, then, sometimes you can beat green to H4. Yeah, I mean, the fact that he's got 0 priest to cult. Because another possibility is play disconnected and go culty here as Alchemists.
Right. But he didn't start that way.
No, it's pretty scary.
I actually think that getting the workers to build the stronghold in round one ended up being a little bit of a trap. Like I think he would have been better off just opening temple. Because then he would have had the workers to do the shipping spree and he would have started producing priests. And he
Yeah,
still probably would have lost B4, but I think his would have liked his position better.
yeah. There's something a little like anti-synergistic um, about, and then like doesn't fit the track well. I'm sure in his eyes there was some unpredictable move by an enemy force that prevented him from having a better round two. I think basically he was expecting something else to happen in round two. I don't think this was kind of the plan, but
No.
so that said, okay, hard dig A6. So he
It
does
opens
go
up a
after.
yellow.
He goes after
Yeah.
a red, opens a yellow. Now he just has to. Interesting. Now he just has to make sure he beats Alchemist to like A7 and B2, and he's got a super easy town spot there.
Yep.
Nice. This Archivist game's really coming together. Like,
Yeah, I like this a lot.
it looks great. Like, it's like
Oh, now he's gonna get to pass on to this super juicy TP scroll ship scoring scroll. Oh man, this is cool.
Well, he might only be on one ship for ship scoring.
He went for the priest instead. All right.
Wow, that looks so bizarre. Sorry, I'm not that familiar with Archivists. This double priest. Oh, okay. Interesting. Scoreboard check. Archivists and Giants are basically levels, and those are our front runners. So they're definitely eyeing each other up. We're worried about Alchemists. They've got a big point deficit. Chash are way behind, but seems like they're going to get a nice scoring favor here in stride. They're not built out as much as maybe I would have thought by now.
Yeah. I mean, the path to the two towns is very clear, but then they're gonna need more than that.
To make
I guess
up for
they've
this.
got I guess they've got three spots on the Colts too, so
Yeah, that's true. If they get oh, there goes my prediction of Archivists winning water or air. Not looking good. It's true. If Chash can get two key town, which they're definitely look the closest to towning. And then Alchemists are not connecting. So there is a world where Chash get like ridiculous end game scoring here.
yeah.
That's definitely possible.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Giants are going to have a huge network here either because their natural reds are about to be
Yep.
put.
Yeah.
They're going to get D6 and A12, but that might be it.
Yeah. They're like I'm. This is the downside risk. I guess if like let's see, what are Giants doing this round? Can they like a nice salvage would be stomping D3 and getting E3 before.
Yeah.
That would really help like save their game a little bit. Because it's a little hairy. Love the essay and the temple round. I know he's on the big building scroll. Just messing. So we've
He's
got
going for a town. He might be going for a town this round.
Yeah, I think so. He's gonna get it like so. He went for water 1. Is he going to?
I mean, he might build TP Temple now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I suspect he's gonna TP Temple now, and then take Earth 1 probably.
Earth 1. Yeah.
So I don't think Chash are out of this. I think they're
No.
in the mix.
Definitely not. Definitely in. Yeah.
Look
We
at
didn't really
this.
talk about Giants building a temple around early last round for Fire One. That was kind of maybe unexpected.
Yeah, it's definitely a little odd. And like, I get you're like, oh, it's a coin tight game, but it's also really coin intensive to do temples. So like,
I mean, do you think he's building another one this round?
really? Oh, jeez. Maybe. I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
I mean, I don't know. I'm
It's
asking.
so
Like,
yeah, yeah. Like maybe that would help explain it, I think.
yeah. I mean,
Um
especially if he wants to do the SA Town off of D5,
yeah,
it would make sense.
that would help explain it, but man, that's so coin intensive. He
Well, and then
must
also he would need to like take the workers action if he wanted to build a dwelling or two beyond that. It just gets, I mean, he does actually have the resources, but it gets really tight.
mm-hmm.
Well, and
So
now he goes and builds this dwelling, which makes it less likely because I would think he would be taking Earth 1 with that.
I think he got a little. I think he must have said, "I need shipping." Maybe he saw he wasn't going to get on temp ship or priest. I don't know. Maybe he had a read where it's like, "I need this priest. I need
Yeah.
shipping. I'm worried about A6, D6." Like I would. Man, I'm like really looking hard at D3, E3 right now. Like again, if Eirik needs to send Fruity, I mean Eirik still has to win, but I guess I mean Simone B has played like 7 structured giants before and done well. And I remember thinking he was so screwed and he won. So maybe even if giants lose D3 E3, you hit that round 5 TP round hard or something. I don't know. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'd be really worried about losing the West Town possibility. Does anyone else remember that game? Simone B. It was the most unbelievable Tall Giants game. I need to go
I
back
do
and play
not.
that
I do
game.
not.
I'll send it to you later. I can dig it up. I feel like it was like a round 4 water 2 with no water rewards left. It's an unbelievable game. But yeah, I was on Lakes, I think. Okay, so two key town. We'll see if we think he's gonna temple. Everyone's pretty allergic to double dig, um, which
Hard to justify double dig in such a coin tight game.
yeah, isn't that interesting? I mean, it's not that surprising that Alchemists and I mean Alchemists also burnt under right 6 really early. I
Hmm.
think it was to take the workers round 1.
Yeah.
I can't remember if that's right or not. But I feel like Chash have got to be feeling pretty decent. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. No, their spot is really nice, and they're gonna get Earth 1 here too. It looks like so.
I guess the risk is if you lose C4, like let's say Giant stomp C4, now you're not getting C3. It gets pretty hard to get to A10. Like there's a version where you end up not getting C3, C4, or A10 as Chash. Um,
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah.
could have, and all of a sudden we might be like, ooh, well.
Yeah. Although, I mean, with this cult footprint, 2 towns and a really hard TP round in round 4 might be enough.
It could be. It could be. Yeah.
Especially since they could get, they might be able to get second place on network here with like 11 structures.
So let's see. Giants workers action.
See, I do think Giants are going to build a temple. The D6 is just so interesting. I guess they must have been worried about Archivists
Mm-hmm.
stealing it.
Yeah, yeah. So right, because they
I
template.
guess, well, and I guess now they're going to build Water 1 anyways, because Chash are probably going to build Earth 1 right here, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But it's a pretty sad. It's not a great water 1 for Giants in the sense that they only have 2 dwellings left out if he temples here. Like you can't build TPs until you build more dwellings.
Yeah, he'll have to try to get as many out next round as possible.
Oof.
But
I'm worried about Fruity's game.
yeah, and his points lead has evaporated, at
Yeah.
least relative to Archivists.
I'm like pretty worried. Uh, okay. Stay positive. Maybe he's fine. Maybe he'll get D3, E3. Oh man, God, I get so stressed. I can't imagine
Well,
playing in this.
Archivist passed on to temp ship, so
Mm-hmm.
E3 is under threat for sure.
I wonder what Fruity is thinking right now.
I mean, the one thing with Giants is if Alchemists aren't careful, Giants could take E4 just as easily as D3. Um, and because if I'm Archivist, I'm actually more interested in digging B2 to get to D3 rather than E3. So
Alchemists are
maybe,
on Spade here, by the way, and have a lot of options. Like,
oh, I missed that. Yeah.
yeah, but like A7, B2, E4 are all very defensible.
I mean, do you think is there a world where Archivists open double dig here to grab those Browns? Oh, well,
Uh,
actually, no, wait, sorry. This is this round still.
yeah, it's
Alchemist.
this round. Yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, there's. I mean, Giants. Oh my
Oh,
God, this whole thing is
I think
like
I'm doing B2 right here if I'm Alchemist.
B2. Yeah, I definitely think. I mean, that feels. I think that's what I would do and count on getting E4 before Giants can. Because B2 also lets you get C1 on one ship if you want to do it that way. Or sorry, I guess he's already on two ship.
So the other thing that I just noticed also though is when they take this Spade Alchemist, they're gonna get 2 power, and then they'll have enough to take single dig also.
Ooh, me
So they
gusta.
could go like if you want to get real spicy, F7 G6.
F7. Oh! Ooh! Oh, you are nasty. Oh, man. I mean, the other one that's pretty mean here is A7B2. Oh, he went A11. Oh. Oh, he's going to get B5.
Oh, he's trying to connect.
Really? Oh
Gotta
my.
be, right?
Whoa. But C4? They going to let him. He's not going to get to A9 like in time, right? And C4 is just like begging
I mean,
to
if he
get.
gets A8 and B5, which he should, then A9 might sit like it doesn't help Archivist. Archivist would be doing it only to cut off Alchemist. Oh, but Giants.
Oh, oh,
This game is
oh,
oh, firexed. I'm so
oh,
sorry.
oh. Can FireX undo the A11?
Yeah.
Can he go back and do B2? Oh,
And
oh.
meanwhile, Eirik is just sitting here, just loving this, just
Yeah.
like, oh yes, please, everyone, fight over everything, and I will just
Yeah.
chill.
Yeah. Interestingly, Giants C if they can get C4,
Yeah,
now
this is actually kind of nice
now
now.
the three towns are totally in play, except that Alchemists may increase digs next round and hit something. But just to be mad, because now Giants could bridge to the northeast to B6 A12, get a no bridge town in the center north to A9,
Yeah,
and then SA town with C3. I
that would be sweet.
I feel like Alchemists should be increasing digging and not letting them get all three of those. It's my instinct, but I could be wrong.
Well, Giants also just passed, didn't build this last dwelling, which means they could just dig C4 with their first action, and then unless Alchemists want to, you know, burn a lot of resources to take A9 or Archivists want
Mm-hmm.
to block it, then they're gonna get it.
Mm.
Fruity may have just saved his game here.
Oh wow! Here's the first move. I give Eirik is like thank you, Terra
Yeah.
Mystica
How
gods.
how did those Browns not get taken? It's
Yeah.
like come on.
So lucky. Oh man, that's wild. Okay. Luck is a skill. Okay. So single dig from red Red secures G6 because that was the other one that was on the table was the dig scroll single dig
Oh, he
G6.
floated C4.
Oh, he did. Who did? Giants?
Giants.
Yeah.
I mean, Alchemists would have to do single dig, hard dig here, which is pretty ugly compared to advancing your digs.
Wait. Oh, he built A9.
Take the natural red first, I guess, but
Shnikes. Hold on, we're taking care of. We've got 4 Jecklings and Ficklings this week. We're taking care of 2 kids for and I think they want to talk to their. I'll be right back. Sorry. This
all
is,
good.
Unprofessional. Hey,
You're good.
babe. Sean and Nicole are trying to call. Could you connect them? All right. Sorry about that. That's I shouldn't be so unprofessional. I did quit my job to be full-time Terra Mystica. I gotta step it up. Oh man, this game is so intense. Maybe just because it's like the last game of the season too. It just seems like just everything's. I guess games with. I think this these 4 colors lead to very fraught in the north. Like it's just so intense in the north around like B4, B5.
Yeah, particularly the Giants too, because they can just dig everything as opposed to a different action.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay.
So by the way, in the second that you looked away, Giants took coins and Alchemist took workers, so they both just eschewed C4. Now Giants are gonna take it.
Okay. I think it was probably suicide for Alchemists to single dig, hard dig, right? Like I don't know. I mean, I'm exaggerating that, but
I mean, it's just you're weighing the value of upping your digging and the points you get this round and the increased efficiency for the rest of the game with that versus, probably a lot of network points.
Yeah. And when you say a lot, I do like the sound of that number. Seems like a good number of points. I mean, it's the kind of thing I definitely would never have single dug, hard dug C4 there, but like, I suppose if it's actually a swing of like 0 to 18 network or something like that.
Yeah, it's probably not 18, but it could easily be 12.
Yeah, so it's probably smart to not, but I wouldn't have, but I shouldn't dismiss it.
You get those same 12 points just with the dig advances, so.
Mm-hmm. Right. Oh man. Gosh, now I'm like picturing all these alternate realities. Like your idea to dig scroll F7, single dig G6, like changes this game a ton.
That would have been so spicy.
That would have been crazy. That would have really changed stuff. But also like B2, like getting B2 and now yellow's in like a weird spot in the north.
I mean, Archivists, it's funny because the way this whole thing broke is really nice for Archivists in terms of the way he's able to build out this top town, but also for the metagame kind of bad because I feel like Fruity getting this center town revives his game to the point where I'm fairly confident now he's not going to get last.
You mean this A9 to D6 town? Yeah. I'm still like a pinch worried with Alchemists having, it feels like Alchemists have increased digs. Well, yeah, they have increased digs. They're like A12, B6, C3. I don't think he'll dig them, but it's also like it's a little scary.
Yeah, he could definitely. I mean, he could do that, but it would just be blocking the Giants. Like if I'm Alchemist right now, I feel like I have to try to build and get as many points as I possibly can.
Yeah.
Get the last copy of Water 1.
Yeah.
Or not the last, a copy of Water 1.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so maybe Giants are safe then.
I mean, now all of a sudden Giants Water 1 looks really nice, by the way. Just run those TPs right down that center town.
Mm-hmm. True. Yep. And he didn't actually temple. We forgot to comment on that. He didn't actually Water 1 in that round. I guess you did say that. Sorry. Yeah, you did say that. So he just gets the extra coinage from that income. He can temple when he wants to. he definitely is watching the water one situation very closely.
Archivists also got onto the
Oh
TP
wow,
tile
that's
for
so
next
big.
round. So
That'll be interesting.
I think he's gonna be the one who misses water one, but it might just be fine.
It's not that big a deal when you got the TP scroll for the round.
Yeah.
Um, at the same time, Alchemists are still not on E4, and Archivists would definitely like their development to be West now, right? Like they would really love to be D3, E3, E2, like,
Yeah.
starting to build that up. And if Alchemists don't go E4 soon, be a little annoying for them, but Alchemists should be on C1 or E4 very shortly, I think.
I would think so. I mean, Archivists also don't have advanced digging though. Like I could just see a world where they don't plan on building a second town and they just try to hit this next round as hard as possible and then build out their network in the last
Mm-hmm.
round with more shipping, try to get on another scoring pass tile. I've
Okay.
seen I've seen a lot of Archivist games. I've seen a good number that only have one town that can do perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. We saw Green as Hard Dug G1, so they're expanding their footprint a little bit.
Yeah, I do think Chash is probably thinking about where can I find a third town spot, and maybe it's in the West.
It's a good amount to ask, but Alchemists, because usually you have to either double dig E3 or E1, usually, right?
Yeah,
So you
especially
either
since he used his essay already.
right. So it'd be a pretty big ask, but maybe. I mean, it just gets him to a natural, green over there.
Yeah,
A10 should sit for him now, based on how the North.
right. No one's taking that.
Yeah, so although he lost C4, C3, A10 should be there. I'm just thinking forward to like network contest. Um, so Chash are on Dwelling Scroll for the TP round. Always fun. Um, okay, here's E4 for firexed.
Yep.
So yellow did get dig scroll, by the way, so that can go on E3, and now he can do some TPs there, or at least one
Yeah.
TP there, which is nice.
Yeah.
Um,
I wonder if he tries to race
and secure the
Alchemist to
space.
E2.
Yeah, I think he will. He's got a lot of workers, so I think you could. Yeah.
Yeah, he would have to forego the coins action to guarantee it.
Oh, you think fire, but Fire X wants. Oh, yeah. Okay, talk to me again about One Town Archivists, because that might be. Let's just be happy with that, I think.
I mean, they alchemists aren't building these dwellings, so if archivists dig E3 with their first action, they can guarantee it. But no, they went for coins instead. So now I think
Yeah, I
alchemists
think.
probably go D2.
Yeah, I think you have to go coins there, given what you have in hand, and just.
Oh, archivists also only had one dwelling on their board. So
Okay. I mean, again, alchemists don't care at E2 versus D1. It's not like
no.
that big a difference. So, um, let's see. So, okay, Giants got. Okay, yeah, this Giant stuff has worked out real nicely. Like, for what was a pretty dicey situation. Um, Like, it definitely is like, yeah, he's definitely okay.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that they were able to float at various points in this game D5, C3, and C4 and get all of them
Yeah,
by the end of round five here is
yeah.
is kind of
And B5, like, like,
yeah.
yeah, that's pretty wild. I mean, again, it's very tight in the sense of only getting 3 natural reds all game. That's definitely on the very low end.
Yeah.
But maybe that's all you need. And this is the beauty of doing the SA town here. Now it's only one bridge and three
Right.
towns. That's so nice.
Yeah.
So we got a priest to water here from Chash.
So I'll have two Colt Spades.
Yeah, I
Uh,
was just wondering if there's any sneak attack possibilities for them. Um, it's hard to imagine, but
I mean, if he gets to F1, if Alchemists don't take E1, that would be the hypothetical,
mhm.
I guess, right? I mean, and I don't know if Alchemists are going to get there this round because he's doesn't have any dwellings left. So
Yeah, and I guess the E3 is also a two digs. Just kidding. I don't think he
so
should
much
do
for that.
E3. Don't think so. Nope. I wasn't sure if maybe yellow was gonna punt on E3, but now that alchemists are not on D2, is
Well,
yellow. It's just
yeah, Alchemists
they're
Alchemists let them have E2,
yeah
so
they're
Alchemists are going to
just
get E2.
they're just gonna hard dig and build it right now.
Yeah.
Nice, man. Eirik is, and look at Redrame. Chash have like caught up on points quite a bit.
Yeah.
They're only
And
10
those
back.
those three Colts are just destroying. I mean, like,
Yeah,
is he winning? Is he the favorite now?
I
Probably,
think
right?
he is. Yeah, I think so. I could be wrong, but he's got both water one, earth one. He's on dwelling scroll here, a little awkward, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, three more 6 point TPs this round.
that's really nice. Um, oh, okay. So SA this round from Alchemists.
He's on big building scroll.
Yeah, just I somehow wish we were getting higher variance opportunities. It's kind of like a lot of singles, and sometimes you need to like get doubles and swing for the fences. Um, Bridge pressure for giants. Are you talking about like F2 to G1 Codem?
Gotta be.
God, well, that would be interesting if
Yeah, I
giants.
mean, Giants already used their stomp this round, so they
Mm-hmm.
they probably want to build the bridge to B6 and then just pray that Alchemists don't take it.
Yeah, see, I was wondering. I wasn't. I was wondering if A12 was just gonna get a one tap at some point, but there was never a great time for Alchemist to do it. Man, this is wild. Okay, here's a Giants town. Coins. Okay, yeah. Natürlich. What's up, Nafgar? I'm excited to watch your stream from earlier later. Oh, it's late for you, dude. You're burning the 1 a.m. oil?
Yeah, the Europeans. We have two Europeans in this game too. They're staying
Wow.
up late.
That is impressive. I'm no longer good at staying up late. You too, probably, now that you have
Yeah,
a kid.
not so much. Yeah.
That changed for me when I had kids. It's like I can no
Yeah.
longer physically stay up.
It's like, oh my God, they're asleep. You can go to sleep. I'm in right now.
Oh, Jekyll was trying to get you to do a 2v2 in 3 hours? Wow. Okay, fair enough. I hope you weren't considering that. All right. Yeah, the bridge situation is kind of interesting. FireX gets workers, and alchemists are always so hard. Like figuring out how to use your power and when to keep gunning for workers when you're then, turning points into coins to offset it. It's so tricky to navigate.
Yeah.
But man, this Giants round looks totally sweet.
Oh yeah. Four TPs, right?
Yeah. And he can increase ship. twice if he wants to. Man, it's really good.
Even if he, yeah, I guess that is nice with the ship scoring. I'm just worried, even if he gets both these towns, his end game scoring is so low.
But I think it's here. It's Priest of Fire plus ship plus ship. Is that right?
Yeah, I think that seems right. I mean,
Um,
Priest of Air is kind of good too,
oh,
but that can probably wait.
love a cheap second place on a cult.
Yeah.
Uh, it's hard to resist this double ship increase here, though. I guess he could. No, I don't think he is. No, not quite.
Oh
Well,
no, I'm almost certain he's doing the two ships. I was
yeah,
saying
yeah,
instead of fire.
yeah. No, I was just starting to wonder. Like, there's also like he's actually playing tall is kind of freeing because you're just like, all right, just what gets points. Like, there's
Yeah.
a world where he goes like turns all his priests to workers and goes Temple Air 1 does another TP or something. I guess he doesn't have neighbor for it, but if he did, even that's probably not too bad.
That would be cool, actually.
um,
We have a bit of a stall situation here. Looks like
mm,
parrots are gonna lose it, I think.
mm, right. Those three scrolls that are sitting there are pretty crap.
Right, and the four scoring ones are all
Yeah.
occupied.
Yeah. Interesting. Hmm. Interesting. Okay. So Eirik Priest to Earth. FireX is doing some TPs. FireX is going to town here, probably. At least once.
Yeah, so Chash gonna only have 5 workers going into next round. So I don't know if 3 towns is really in the
Yeah,
cards for him.
probably not. And again, like his dwelling scroll here is like not so great. This is a little bit. Took some of the. What's up? Someone's shooting a suction cup bow and arrow at my office door.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, Kodum, that's true. Giants don't want dwelling scroll that much. I guess they're okay with it.
I think Giants are gonna outstall Alchemists here, right? Oh, maybe not. Not that worker town.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. They would love that big building scroll. Or
Alchemists would like the dwelling tile though, so they wouldn't be so opposed to taking it. I guess they don't really care between any of them really.
yeah. And Archivists have a lot of moves left.
Yeah. Here's the Archivist town. Coins. Yeah.
Okay. So
Imagine we're getting TP Air 1 and another TP from Archivist here.
he,
Or yeah, Temple Air 1 is what I meant to say.
uh-huh. And do a fourth.
And then a TP. Yeah, because he needs Sanctuary next round to do that town.
The west one?
Yeah. Presumably.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, so now he has to dig and build E2.
Oh, and Single Dig is gone, which he actually would have really liked. He's gonna have to hard dig it.
No, he's on dig scroll. He's on dig
Oh,
scroll.
dig
Yeah,
scroll.
yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, he was just waiting for that then.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, so he's fine now then.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, he could. I mean, when is man, such a tricky game. Yeah, there's the Priest to Fire after 2 ship increases from Fruity. He is out of actions now. So he'll be passing next move. And that should be totally... So he's gonna get Dwelling Scroll, which is not his fave.
Yeah, it's only going to be worth 4, maybe 5 at most for him.
Mm-hmm. Probably just 4, right?
He also didn't take the bridge.
Mm-hmm. True. Ooh.
And neither did Chash. Now, again, I don't think Chash has enough to get 3 towns, but if they were feeling ambitious,
Yeah. I guess they're... Yeah.
they do have 2 Cult Spades coming in.
Like,
Chash, one's
one...
going on 8. I assume it's H8 F1.
Yeah, H8 seems like a for sure.
But
And
that
then is
still
there...
means they're sitting. You need a double dig on E1 probably,
Right,
and the bridge.
probably not happening.
Yeah, it seems
But a
unlikely.
bridge block would be pretty interesting. I mean, if he feels like it's...
Is he really more worried about Giants than Archivists though?
I don't know. I probably not. I guess I could do a little bit more math here. Fruity's up a good chunk on Archivists, but they're going to pass for many. Like maybe 12.
12, I think.
So,
Yeah.
like, that closes that gap a lot. Giants have 2 towns coming. Archivists have 1 town coming. Endgame.
I mean, Archivists are on 11 network right now, but have 3 open yellows that they can probably get to pretty easily.
Yeah, so like, I think cults are probably a wash between Giants and Archivists. So probably Archivists, I think, are ahead of Giants.
Yeah, I think so.
So that means that we're in the mix for some end game drama here, though.
Yeah,
Like,
Archivists, I mean,
what
Eirik
if...
has to win to have a chance to win the league.
Yeah,
Yes.
what if yeah, I mean, I don't think the bridge block's gonna happen, but like that would really change things. That would really change things, yeah.
I mean, Archivists going up air here is actually really interesting because they do have to build a sanctuary. Oh, I guess they have to take fire too, though, don't they? I was gonna say if they could get away with taking air 3, that'd be really interesting. But I think they have to take fire too.
Really? Archivists?
Yeah, because otherwise they have to build another temple and another TP, and I just don't know if they have that many coins.
Oh yeah. I guess they could double dig E1.
I guess that's kind of ugly.
Yeah.
I'd rather do another temple and another TP, I think. 6 coins versus 8. And, well, I guess he's also not that high on workers now, though. Although he's about to pass on big building. That's super helpful.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. Feels like Archivists are ahead of Giants. And I can't tell with respect to Chash. Chash are not on a scoring scroll. It's hard to tell how it feels like maybe Archivists are winning network.
Yeah, as I say, Chash's network is kind of surprisingly small.
And that's the C4 C3 loss. But you know what? That'll change pretty quickly because they're getting 2 spades right now and maybe 2 natural.
Yeah, he's got 13, probably 14, pretty easy.
Yeah.
And I guess that's probably about Archivist ceiling too. So
can Archivists can they get 4 down? So Archivists could double dig F1.
yeah, true.
And get to H1. Town that way. I guess that's still only 3 hexes. Unless you go to 3 ship.
Yeah, and Chash, I thought Chash was going to put their second spade on F1, but they just threw it on I9.
Okay. Yeah. Huh. I guess they are just like want to keep it out of reach.
So
There's the.
Chash also opens with Priest Air to protect that,
Oh wow.
foregoing coins. I guess they don't really need the coins.
Yeah, they don't.
Oh my God, our archivists are gonna get coins here though. That's
Oh
good.
man. Oh,
Oh,
he took that so fast.
oh, that is
Wow.
because he
Interesting.
needs. Oh man, he needs coins so badly. He needs shipping. He needs everything. That's so good.
That's clutch. Wow. I mean, the SA for Fire 2 is not too bad for him.
No, it's
Because
okay.
the
Yeah,
like given the cult position, it's always annoying to take a late Fire 2 when the 2 steps on fire don't help you at all. Um,
yeah, but especially given that he doesn't have Water One, doesn't really want to build another TP. Like, I mean, it's effectively worth 4 workers and 8 coins relative to like what you want to do. That feels worth it.
yeah, and I guess he has Air 1 already, so like,
Yeah,
yeah, it's not
he's
really.
much better off just then advancing his shipping and trying to build as many of these yellows as he can.
Yeah, for sure. Can he? He may want to single dig the 4th one down, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
definitely.
I think that's what he's looking for, probably.
He's got plenty of places to do it.
Mm-hmm.
What's his coin situation though? Because he's got
Yeah.
it's been 6 and 8 is 14 just on the sanctuary and the
16. He's
shipping. So
22
he'll only have.
coins. I think he's got it. I think he's got it. He might need 1 power, but he'll get it at E2. I'm pretty sure he has enough.
Well, he's got enough if he doesn't take single dig. But if he uses the power for single dig, then it's a
That's
little
true.
tighter.
He does have town income too.
He does have a town. That's
Yeah,
right.
so he should.
Yeah.
I think he should be. I think he should be going for that, unless seems good.
Yeah, that extra dwelling could be massive. So
And
Fruity got B6, by the way,
yep,
uh,
yep, okay,
the bridge. So he is going to get his 3 towns.
yep. Oh man, yeah,
So I mean, he's got 2 towns coming
yeah.
left. I don't think that's enough to overcome what he's going to lack on endgame scoring to Archivists.
I mean, he is getting 3rd on network, right? Is he?
Pretty strong.
I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
he's got to beat Alchemist on network, right?
I assume.
Yeah.
Here's an Air 1 for Giants. Yeah, this is a really grinded out Giants game. And really nice work by Fruity to manage all the tension, sub-tensions in the north just right so that even, losing D3 to E3 doesn't, he's okay.
Yep.
Here's the Air 1. Okay. Sometimes these round 6 leech decisions are so hard because, like, it could be the difference, but do you want to take a, X for X? Like, when you might get a 1 for O that you need. All right, yeah, he's just going point greedy. 11-point town.
He's going to have to take fire too, also. Because he's out of TPs.
He is out of TPs. Can he?
Can he get a dwelling instead? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, double dig A13. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
It's not necessary. It is. Yeah.
It would be better, actually.
Yeah.
It's 2 points. 2 points better, but
This is the Air 1.
the air 1 and the dwelling scoring, but there's nothing he can.
Oh, but
I don't think he has a
doesn't
way to
have
pick
Earth
up
1.
repower.
Dwelling scoring scroll. True. Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, I think he's got to build a temple.
Redrame. Sorry, are you guys hearing a lot of banging on a piano in the background? Sorry if you can hear that.
I don't hear it.
Okay. It might just be distracting me.
We've had a nice fast game here, which has been great.
Yeah, that is speedy.
Didn't have to leave early.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Thanks, by the way, for co-casting, given your
Yeah,
jumping
absolutely.
between
No,
things. Appreciate it.
Been great. But yeah, last time with Barnwell, I had to jet. It was like the middle of round 6. And I was like, oh no.
That's awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least you weren't hosting the stream. Like, have to cut out.
No. That would be bad.
Yeah. So Redrame took Priest. Just sort of defend some cults, maybe.
Just defense mechanism, yeah.
So there's Temple for Fire 2, like you said. Yep.
I think he kind of got left with no choice.
Does he take 8 point or Priest? Town. What did he do? Oh, he hasn't decided yet.
8 point seems pretty good. Oh, now I hear the piano.
Okay. Sorry.
No, it's good.
Yeah, we've got these friends who are traveling in Peru, and they left their 2 kids with us for a couple weeks, so it's full house.
Oh,
here.
that's a grade A parent move right there.
Yeah, I approve. I'm a fan of like all actions where like the cost to one person is smaller than the benefit to someone else. It's like
Yes.
totally net positive for society for us to dump our kids on each other and go on trips.
Yes, for sure.
Although the banging piano on a stream may be incurring some costs that I hadn't accounted for. All right, firexed is getting his SH town there. We think Sanctuary for Fire 2 for Eirik, right? Was that our?
I think it's got to be, right?
Yeah, I think so. Can he also get a Priest of Fire? I mean, he needs. We think he's going to 3 ship.
Yeah, he's got 2 already. He's not on temp, so he has 1 leftover priest. He also could take a priest town potentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just wondering if he could get a little extra action on Fire Cult, given that he needs Fire 2 anyway. That would be nice. And then I guess the coin towns are gone. So we think he needs a ship increase and 3 more dwellings, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, parrots are going to get to 14 structures. Alchemists are also, but they're not connected, sadly.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
But yeah, if Archivists could get 3 more down, they'd be at 15, which might be enough to swing the game here. I mean, we've got a 30-point difference showing on the board. Parrots still have their 1 town coming in, but then also have 28 cult points. But also no pass tile. I think Archivists might have this.
I'm sorry, Nafgar, about the piano in the background. Yeah, is it adding some sense of drama? Okay. It's kids.
Great.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. On the pass, Archivists have so much more than Chash. And they're getting the second places on cults, a couple of these, I think. So,
yeah.
Does that mean, like, is it in play for Eirik to tie?
I think it's possible. I think we might be looking at Archivists getting first and Giants getting third, which would be the tiebreaker scenario. So
that'd be interesting. I personally am a fan of shared champion then, but I'm sure there's some tiebreak rule. Like,
I think there are some rules. Yeah. Does anyone in chat know?
Like, why not let both people be happy? That was happened in Fire 2 Open, where like chickens play this really cool like I think it was Tall Engineers or something on Fire and Ice map, tied Ninja, And I was like, oh man, just let them both win. And then it was some like arbitrary tie break that nobody knew. And it's like, all right, I guess it's Ninja.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for Ninja, but it's like, hey, let them both be
I
happy.
believe it's percent of winning score. So you'd have to look at the point differences in the prior games if someone wants to
I mean, the funny thing is, yeah, I guess these rules are written somewhere. Like Ghostly and EJ are surely asleep right now, so Super might be asleep too. I'm not sure who the other main co-organizers are, but
Oh, hey, Fruity. Fruity's in the
oh,
chat now.
what's up, Fruity?
Passed out. We think you're getting third, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
You might hold off Parrots here.
Well
I don't
done,
think
man. That was good stuff, Chris. To make the most of, man, like only 3 natural reds is that's you're tightening your belt there a little bit. Oh, Nafgar says first tiebreaker is number of first places. Second tiebreaker is average winners percentage score. Okay. That's the craziest one you've played, Fruity?
The first one is even. They'll both have 2 wins. So yeah, it goes to the second one.
Okay. Fruity, we were just like all this tension around this B5 A9 area. We were just like, we weren't sure how that was all going to break, and it seemed super clutch that you were able to find your 3 town spots there. Nicely managed.
Archivists just went for double dig instead
interesting.
of a ship increase, which is a little interesting.
Huh. Okay. So they like these priest to cult then.
I guess, yeah.
But Chash already put a priest to fire.
Maybe he's worried about alchemists on Earth or something like that.
And he took Priest Town. Okay. Huh. Okay.
Or maybe he was worried about having his hexes popped.
Yeah, it could be. Could be. It does discourage foul play. Yeah.
Just following the MrFickles guide to Giants.
Yeah, I see like smaller 3 towns in the North footprints against Giants quite a bit with against Gray, with Gray on E7, and so like in F6, and so you kind of like get stuck northwards. But I haven't, in this particular color combination, I haven't seen these 3 towns. I don't think.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's nice. I'm so partial to Giants. I think it's just like the underdog story of it. Like they always just seem like they're so up against it in Terra Mystica. I like cheering for them. Maybe also since making that big guide, I feel like responsible. I feel like
yeah.
I'm not saying
you're the god of Giants or whatever.
Not that. Yeah, like just if and I know like people aren't really, they're not sitting there like, what did Fickles tell me to do? But like just in my head, I'm like, I hope I didn't make everyone worse at Giants. It's more like that. Like yeah.
So I think if I did my math right, Fruity will end at 146, which is, I'm going to say almost certainly not enough to beat Archivists, but might be enough to hold off Parrots.
He's not at 150 plus resource points?
Did
I miss something?
Got one. Oh, you know what? I didn't know. I didn't add his network points. Yeah, 152 then.
152, I think.
Yeah. Oh, that very well may be enough.
Well, 151. Then. I think he just lost a water cult point. Well, whatever. We'll see. That's definitely nothing to sneeze at. I mean, it's 111 after auction is like not obviously crazy good, but given what he was up against, given the footprint, like this very, very respectable after auction score.
Yeah.
The Alchemist game is brutal, though. Did you play? Thanks, Fruity. Did you play the 40 VP faction in all your games? Because you did play Orin at 40 last week. What were your other ones? I didn't realize you did all 40s. That's wild. I will say, sometimes I have caveman, like I'm big into auction, but sometimes I have caveman moments where I'm like, wait, having more points seems good. I'll take the 40. Like, just like reduce my analysis to that.
I've only got Chash at 143, so I think
Ooh.
Fruity might have it.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Yeah, the Chash game went a little sideways there at some point.
It was looking so good in the mid game, and then he just kind of didn't find as many points on the board in the track as I would have expected.
Yeah, and the passes didn't break quite so friendly.
Yeah, missing the scoring tile in the last round here.
I mean, he's not even building I-11.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. All right.
Cool Archivist game, man. I
Yeah,
love
that
Archivists.
was.
Archivists are so fun.
Oh, really? You like playing them? I've never
Yeah,
played
I
them.
love playing them. I love seeing them. They end up playing games really just interestingly, and I don't know, it's cool to see them do well.
It's
And he got
interesting.
this, he did find the second town this game, but like it kind of, I mean, scoring wise probably mattered, but like I don't know, kind of felt not necessary in some ways.
Nice. So we think Fruity is to be crowned champion.
I think so. Looks like
Let me
it.
see. Fruity,
Yep.
do you want to hop on? Uh, or do you need to go to bed? I could maybe get you the link if you're up for it. I don't want to impose. But I think the people would love to hear from the champ. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, so Eirik does deliver. Um, let's see what we got here.
Yeah, great game from Eirik. No shade to that. A very close second place. So final standings, Eirik finishes with 16 and Fruity with 18. So really tight at the top.
Nice. Fruity, I'm going to get you the link 1 second. Do you have Zoom? Oh, he's in the, I don't know if I can join a voice call too. Fruity, are you able to hop into Zoom by any chance? I just sent you the Zoom room link. Maybe. Oh man, again, the lack of professionalism here. Sorry, folks. Yeah. Yeah, Ida came through. There was that crazy moment in the mid game where Alchemists were on Dig Scroll. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
And we were
Yes.
like, wait, this felt like it could go so many different ways. Hey! I think it worked.
All right.
What is up, dude? Congrats.
All right.
Congrats.
Here in my picture pajamas, ready to go to bed.
Hey, congratulations, man. How are you feeling?
Really good. First time I've played in the Premier League, and maybe first time I've played in TMTL at all. It's always I think Premier League is the only time zone that I can actually like make. So I was very happy to qualify for it, and very happy to win. So yeah, really
So
tough.
you're like, it's Premier League or TMTL is not worthy of you kind of thing? You're like,
That was actually me this year too. I told Ghostly, I was like, if I'm not in, I'll just cast because I can't do any other time.
that's funny.
Well,
What did you,
I'm really happy. I'm really really love all the streams as well. Like, I'm definitely that guy who goes back and watches all the streams that I'm in. So yeah, I've been really enjoying all the casting. Thanks so much for setting that up and doing such a great job. And shout out to Ghosty and Husky for making TMTL happen because it's been so fun.
Very
Yeah.
much, for sure.
Yeah. It's definitely Matt's been like the clutch caster for most of these, and Fruity, you even helped out with the streaming that one time. Thanks for doing that.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was great.
Fruity, any key moments in this game where you were like felt like things were hanging by a thread, or decisions that were particularly tough for you to make?
I mean, it was just all felt so clutch. I just like I thought Archivists were gonna dig. I'm really bad with the hex names. Hold on. D6 in round two with that when they got my whole game plan centered around kind of getting an early temp ship on in round two, and then I realized Archivists were going to pass before me. And I thought that I think if Eirik had wanted to play this play the meta, he might well have dug D6 at that point. So that from then on, I was just kind of roller coaster of I'm losing these hexes, I'm not losing those hexes. So yeah, obviously I lost A6. But then late in the game when I realized I could actually get 3 towns, I'm like, whoa, hold on, I can get 3 towns here, even though I'm only in on one corner of the board. And I was like, oh, maybe my game isn't totally screwed.
Yeah, that was wild because you got B5, that northern black, just in time before Alchemists, and then you were able to, green. I think it was interesting because Chash had such easy access to spades early in this game. They just weren't in the mood for increasing shipping. It never felt necessary, and that ended up really helping your situation in the north.
Right, I only just beat them to C4 as well, which protected C3.
Yeah.
I left D5 hanging for them for ages earlier in the game, like round two, I think, and I was kind of
That was
like
that was so fascinating to watch that neither you nor I was like, who's gonna take it? But I assume your thinking was just like if they take D5, you just take what's the one right above it, right? Like C3, and it's like okay, either one's kind of fine for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was umming and ahhing between different strategies at that point as well. I was like, am I going to get a temple in round two? Is it going to be Earth one? So yeah, so I was kind of I was just sort of I was just being a bit I was just delaying decisions without really thinking too hard about it. But yeah, I thought a bit of extra leech on D4 wouldn't go amiss. So yeah, and I'd still take C3.
You'll see when you watch it back. We got a nice kick out of that center blue sitting for so long.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Maybe I did it for the lulz. So let's say that.
So so you also chose to not take workers round one, right? And leave the empty reds. And Nafgar was also, there was some talk of maybe a 5 power priest maybe round two for a ship increase. Were any of these ideas floating through your head? How are you? It sounds like you were.
Totally.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I was thinking a lot of things. Yeah, I mean, so the decision around one, possibly a bad one, but I was just thinking, I don't need workers. I've got the piece to fire. I'm not. I like coins were my. I was just so focused on like where are my coins coming from. I had your voice in my head, from the strategy guide. Where are my coins coming from? So I didn't want to spend stuff on workers unnecessarily. I also just had a feeling of kind of maybe I could get tempo on round two, get the temp ship, and then have a really explode in round two.
Yeah.
It didn't really happen in the end. Yeah, definitely considered the 5 power priest as well. I was just really nervous about yellow kind of taking D6 and a bunch of other things.
Yeah,
I was very happy with it.
Yeah, with no 6 coin scroll and no 4 coin scroll in the game, and the fact that you're probably not leveraging that temple round and earth cult reward round for coins mid game, the fact that you got that priest to fire, so you're getting those workers back, it's pretty neat. It's pretty rare for elite level decision to leave those hexes like that, but we ended up quite liking it, even though our autopilot minds assumed taking workers. So that was cool to see.
Oh, I'm glad. I think one of my least favorite things about the only thing I don't like about Terra Mystica maybe is that if a bunch of experts in a room think you've made a bad move, then you probably have. So
No.
it's nice sometimes.
No, I actually really don't think that's true. I really,
Is
really
that
don't.
right?
I think we.
My experience with casting has made me prove that we don't know shit.
Yeah. So you give so-called experts way too much credit, and you are one. So like I feel like I think part of it is we like to speak with too much confidence in Terra Mystica sometimes.
Yeah.
But
I mean, my handle is well earned because I don't think I think I often make some quite unpredictable moves, and then they often go wrong, but sometimes they go right. But
well,
it feels weird seeing here being interviewed after coming second. Obviously, yeah, really happy to win the league. But I've got to give shout out to Eirik to a great Archivist game. Really enjoyed. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I really enjoyed watching their game. I thought they were going to advance digs in round 4. That would have been my game plan with them, but it just didn't happen, did it? I said no, yeah. So they didn't need it.
oh, interesting. Yeah. I did. Oh, I see. Right. Yeah, I forget what did they do
It's a
that
big
round?
round.
Did they build out dwellings that round?
They took double dig first
Oh
action.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, you'll see on the we were really worried because there was a world where alchemists instead of going for B5 actually used their spade on like B2, and that there were some worlds where things got quite dicey for archivists.
Right.
Yeah,
I know you
northern
really like
town was
that.
clutch for them.
Yeah.
So what was?
I said getting the northern town was clutch for Archivists, which had relied on those 2 browns sitting there. So
That's what they did with it. That's right. That looked pretty hairy, didn't it? Yeah, they took both those on first turn of round 4, I think, before Alchemists could get their digs up, so the digs advanced. So, yeah, really nicely. I think that maybe that was a pivot strategy. Really nicely done. Yeah, I love watching Archivists. Yeah, I know you like them, Matt, and yeah, I can see why.
yeah, Irik's in the chat. Congrats, Eirik, and said that he rushed the TP bonus card that round. So that's part of why he presumably part of why he didn't advance digs. Just wanted to get out of the round as quickly as possible for the TP round because round 5 was TPs. So lots of things to think about.
Yeah. Big ups to Eirik, and actually just big congrats going through the fire for all these Premier League players. It's a lot of stress to. It's stressful to having done it once. Like it's just a lot, big spotlight, and you can be hard on yourself when things don't go your way. So I hope everyone. You should feel good about getting through the fire, and I think all the players and Kodum included have really acquitted themselves well this season, and I think it's always fun for the big dogs to step up and go at it like this. It's such a treat for everybody. So big thanks to all the players, and Fruity, you're immortalized now as Premier League champion. I hope you get to celebrate. Maybe tomorrow. It sounds like it might be bedtime for you.
Yeah.
Watching the stream.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks so much,
Well,
guys.
I gotta jump too, but we'll see everyone next season. This has been super awesome, and congrats, Chris.
Yep.
Sweet. Thanks a lot.
Congrats,
Bye.
Chris. Thanks, Matt. See you all.
Yeah.